What type of technology is this? It's bouncing with the frame. If we look at this airship, it is bouncing with this frame, so it's definitely authentic if you ask me. Yeah, this is a creepy and scary TikTok for real. Look how it's coming up out of, what is that? Are these guys using some type of chemical to make it so they can come through this portal? What are they doing here? Are they making like a false ice wall? This is hard to CGI, y'all. I'm riding with this. For entertainment purposes only, I'm riding with this. And if I'm riding with this, we gotta look at this plane creating some type of dimension fluid. So where is it coming from? And what's good, everybody? It's your boy Jet Ski Chuck back with another creepy and scary TikTok that might just melt your reality. If you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, we are on this ether hunt. So many questions, not enough answers. Every single time I do one of these videos, I'll always end with more questions. If you're new around here, you're lucky because I got so many other videos you can go back and watch, and I'm glad to have you. You know, I look forward to your guys' comments, what you guys have to say about these reactions to these creepy and scary TikToks, and it helps me kind of understand the direction I'm gonna go with these. And I just want to say thank you, and I hope you all are doing well on this New Year's, getting off on the New Year's on a good foot. I hope you guys accomplish everything you guys want to. You know, try to forgive people. If someone's done you wrong in the past, just forgive them. Move on. Chalk it up to the game, and you know, move past it. Forgive them, but don't forget. Let's go. Let's get back into this ancient tech, y'all. Houston.
So many of you confuse these airships with these dinky little blimps we have now. This was the construction of the Hindenburg, and a few cross sections to show you the massive size and scale behind these. These airships were massive, able to carry large amounts of crew, material, explore the North Pole, as you see here with the Norge, the first people to actually explore the North Pole. That is one of the big benefits over these airships from the fixed-wing aircraft we have today. Exploration, free and easy travel throughout this realm. You could set up these mooring stations here pretty much anywhere, and they were easily able to load and unload passengers right from the front hatch. Now I think these airships have been around a lot longer than they told us. Just looking at some of the detailed maps they had back then to what we have now. And now that we don't have that easy exploration option, the maps have drastically changed. It wasn't just amazing houseboats they were able to float down the rivers and waterways either. They were able to have these airships dock on boats as well. Like I said, mooring stations could be built anywhere. Could even have the airships just land on the water themselves. And I don't need the NPCs in the comments talking about, oh, they go boom, and the Hindenburg, it went blown up, it's dangerous. Yeah, take a look at the Hindenburg itself. If you actually bother researching it, see how false flaggy that looked. Again, this is all just my personal opinions though. I just want you to question everything, friends. Until next time.
Wow, that was some great information. Um, Shout out to the Doctor Generated for that information. That is huge. Game changer in my opinion. If we go back to that first video, that was definitely an airship. Testing, testing. Man, this laptop is goofy. Please bear with me. Technical difficulties. All right, we should be back. If we look, well, if we take everything he just said and we go back to that first video, we can go back. I got time today. We are not behind the gun. All right, guys, if we go to this first video, we can almost see something, create something to make this airship go through. This is not your average airship. We know that they had portals. They were working on portals to get all these buildings built. But using this definitely sheds new light. We're getting somewhere with this for sure. And he's coming through whatever he's spraying. You can almost see through it. Am I tripping? Because what are these little black things? But the technology, they're spraying something and they're able to come through what they're spraying. They knew this was going to happen because look how they're filming this. Whoever's filming this is in a plane. You can see the plane and, they're like, all right, he's about to bust through this portal, this spray portal. Here he comes. I wonder what city they're above. Look at what they're above. Man, what is this?
So many of you confuse these airships with these dinky little blimps we have now. This was the construction of the Hindenburg. And a few cross sections to show you the massive size and scale behind these. These airships were massive, able to carry large amounts of crew, material, explore the North Pole as you see here with the Norge, the first people to actually explore the North Pole.
I know, I don't think they can go beyond the ice walls with these bad boys. Come on, y'all. All they gotta do is just stay in the air. And they're saying it's low fuel cost. They can make these stations anywhere. These boys was traveling with these. How come they don't have these stations everywhere?
That is one of the big benefits over these airships from the fixed-wing aircraft we have today. Exploration, free and easy travel throughout this realm. You could set up these mooring stations here pretty much anywhere. And they were easily able to load and unload passengers right from the front hatch. Now I think these airships have been around a lot longer than they told us. Just looking at some of the detailed maps they had back then to what we have now.
And that's another good point. If you look at all those different maps that we were getting now, they were able to take their time and survey it. Not really, going by it 500 miles per hour because they got to keep the plane afloat. You see all these hot air balloons. It wouldn't be that hard to design an airship that was safe, is all I'm saying. That's my opinion. And if you can design something that took its time and was safe, you can do some long distance travels. And it sounded like they had it pretty down packed. For entertainment purposes only. Don't come for me. It sounded like they had it down packed. They had these stations they can pop up. They was looked like they were air fueling on the top of these towers,
Now that we don't
getting
have
their
that
ether
easy
charged
exploration
up.
option, the maps have drastically changed. It wasn't just amazing houseboats they were able to float down the rivers and waterways.
They had these giant houseboats. How cool is that? I know we got houseboats now, but you don't really see them like this. You know, it's always a yacht or something, you know? Let's craft some basic houseboats for people, you know?
Either. They were able to have these airships dock on boats as well. Like I said, mooring stations could be built anywhere. Could even have boats as well.
Look, they charging up with the ether. You know, what else is they getting charged up with, y'all? It's not, there's no way they can have that much gas. I'm sure they could have some type of fuel, but if you ask me, they getting charged up with ether. And they can make these stations by themselves. Oh my goodness. It's somebody's not telling the truth, you know. It's common sense.
Like I said, mooring stations could be built anywhere. Could even have the airships just land on the water themselves. And I don't need the NPCs in the comments talking about, oh, they go. Hey, take a look at the Hindenburg itself. If you actually bother researching it, see how false flaggy that looked.
That airship is massive. You could easily fit a lot of people in there, way more than a plane. I'll say like triple the amount. You know, safe travel for everyone. Those boys was probably free back in the day. You just had to wait in line.
Again, this is all just my personal opinions, though. I just want you to question.
Look, they landed on the water. They said, we don't need nothing. We'll just land on the water.
Everything, friends. Until next time.
And who knows how much weight these things could hold? You know, we talk about how all these buildings got built. Well, they might have been able to hold a little bit of weight, but I don't know. See, there they go, moving fast again. Hold on, let me go back. They said these are loading docks for the free energy. How cool is that? This could be the same system that the pyramids had. I seen where some people said that the UFOs landed on top of the pyramids. The pyramids getting charged up and beamed up from whatever the mercury or whatever type of however they doing it, but they getting charged up and beamed up from them pyramids. They land on a pyramid, get charged up, move to the next one. You got pyramids all over the world. So look at them as Tesla charging stations for these even more advanced ships that they had probably back in the day. This was probably just them recreating it the best they can from the pyramids. They're like, oh, the pyramids had airships, you know, so they was like, let's try to do our little version. We could do them with the airships. Hey, it's working close enough for entertainment purposes only. We're getting somewhere. They tell you what it's called. Here, y'all can't see that. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure y'all see it. Hold on. Victory column compared to a standard morning mast. All right. I don't know if y'all can see this, but what it's saying, they're showing you how this is the blueprint. How come we're not doing this? All right. Let's see what I gotta do. I gotta make an airship. We're making an airship. We're going past the walls. We're making a giant airship. We're going to need this tower. We're gonna need about 3 of these inside the airship so we can drop them on our journey to charge back up. We're gonna need a lot of copper, and we're gonna make it work, y'all. Just wait on it. It's coming. We're making an airship and we're getting these charging stations all over, and it's gonna be free. All of it's gonna be free. You wanna go to California to Florida? It might take you 10 hours, but it's gonna be free. We're not in a rush. Safety is our main priority. You feel me? Hold the phone. Pinnacle. In Dutch language, pinnacle, which relates to docking station for airships. Oh, that's what pinnacle means. We hear pinnacle, gotta reach the pinnacle, the tippy top of the mountain. That's a docking. Oh, we got y'all. For entertainment purposes only. They're laughing at me. Nobody believes me. This is all for, we're all laughing. This is for entertainment purposes only. That's major validity. Pinnacle. Somebody look that up and give me confirmation in the comments. Why those boys was copper? Oh no. They said the top of the pyramids used to be gold. Or was it copper? Is gold even electric conductive? What's the word I'm looking for? Can the gold hold electricity? Transfer it is what I'm saying. Because I thought the tips of the pyramid were gold. So how were they able to really charge those spacecrafts? I don't know. But I can tell you guys one thing, that how the ether moves is how those advanced spacecrafts move. That's a super gem. I'm talking about on a molecular level. If we can look at ether on a molecular level and we can see how it's moving, that's the same way them spacecrafts is moving. And the Tartarians, it looked like they were kind of getting there. They might have had some people that was out cold, and they could make those, ships and them charging stations, but they wasn't sitting along long enough for us to get a picture of them. An old school flick at that. But I would say the mainstream of transportation and back in the day, they was getting charged up by these boys, and it was these airships. That was their main way of transportation. They talking about the world fairs. Oh, y'all don't know about the world fairs? Oh my god, hold on. Alright, my fault. I get excited. We gonna get to the world fairs, but let's finish this creepy and scary TikTok right here first. I got time today, y'all, so no rush. I got time today. No rush. Them boys had copper at the top. So they were using the ether from their fireplaces, and it was being double used as charging stations for these airships. Man, that's tight. How efficient as well too. Every home has a gas station. Free Tesla charger. Hold on. Don't tell me he's dropping down material. Don't tell me that's what they doing. Oh my goodness. Is that how they did it? They're using these airships to portal across the world, and they're dropping materials. Wouldn't they crack if it was marble and all that? This is... Every time I do one of these, I just have more questions, y'all. It gets deeper and deeper on these dark waters, man. They definitely did that. Oh wow, we got y'all. We caught y'all red-handed. That's this, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to the Metro bus station, to the ancient technology. There it is. Get in line. Up, there'll be another airship in 30 minutes. You missed this one. Wait 30 minutes, there'll be another one to take you to France. Oh, you in Japan? You wanna go to Cali? Don't worry. The airship will be here in another 30 minutes. It's gonna be a 24-hour flight. So sit tight. I hope you got your snacks. We land in Germany. What is this? Interesting. Guys, your thoughts below. If you ask me, that could have been the main source of travel back in the day. It looks like they had airplanes, so I don't know. This is gonna be a good one, y'all. I can feel it. Let's get back on these waters.
Macon, just a few of the many airships. Yep, the U.S. Navy had quite an extensive collection of airships. Meet the USS Los Angeles, Akron, and Macon. Just a few of the many airships in the U.S. Navy's arsenal back then. And there were even flying aircraft carriers, capable of loading and launching squadrons of aircraft from their underbelly. It was
How come they're not doing that now? That is such a good idea.
wasn't just the Hindenburg that was the titan of the sky. These airships were quite commonly used. Even the Royal Air Force had their own fleet of airships. And that's just the ones they tell us about. Like I've said, it's the reason for the whited out skies in so many of these old world pictures. It's the reason why we have such detailed and accurate maps back then, especially of places like Antarctica.
I'm sorry, why is the sky white out though? Like on some Matrix type stuff? Did they had to reset it to get the sky back normal? What happened? Why is the sky white?
Long before Antarctica was supposedly even discovered. And then we have the true maps of the North Pole, which now we have nothing because we can't even go there. But the shots of these airships from the US, truly awesome, showing just
They were definitely dropping materials.
the versatility of them, whether having aircraft or being able to land on a moving battleship. They're also well known for their water rescues, being able to launch boats right from the bottom of them as well. Of course, as I said in the previous video, there's many reasons why we don't have these anymore. I think none of them are because they're unsafe or dangerous. The little tin cans that we're packed into now, called aircraft, going only on the approved flight routes, or just the amount of cost savings it would take to operate one of these versus a regular airplane. Especially for exploration and surveillance. They can hide up in the clouds forever. Question everything, friends. Until next time. Tartaria was a civilization that spanned across this realm. You can see them here in this map from 1617. My father's. Now officially, the mainstream narrative tells us they are nothing more than a placeholder by European cartographers who didn't know what lied beyond the west. There's where Russia would be, including Moscow. You see that? And here in an older encyclopedia, they even have their own country's flag. You can find the Tartarian symbol throughout many architectures across this realm of ours as well. There's a reason why here in this old article, the Okran Gazette, it was called the Great Wall of Tartary and not the Great Wall of China. Built by the Tartarians to keep the Chinese out.
The Great Wall of Tartaria? That's nuts. To keep the Chinese out? That's crazy. It looks like their symbol is a dragon. Their flag or whatever. It looks like it's a dragon. Tartaria? Why does that sound so familiar? Tartarian? Tartaria? House of Dragons? Wasn't that on like Game of Thrones or House of Thrones or whatever? Uh, House of Tartarian? I don't know, but it's very similar. But my question is, why is it dragons?
The fact
As we look behind this mysterious wall of this painting, left behind is evidence of a photo or art of dragon. Dragons have been hidden throughout history. Why, have you asked? They have been hidden throughout history. We have no idea, but we're getting closer and closer every single day. They have indeed done a sloppy job in hiding their tracks, but we will leave no stone unturned. Could this possibly be a clue to why the Tartarians had a dragon on their flag? We will never know, but we are getting closer and closer every day. These artists that you see, they drew exactly what they saw. This monkey-headed dragon, they saw that. Let's be honest with ourselves. If we lived in the time of dragons and dragons roam free, people would try to hunt them to say that they could be the dragon slayer, thus leaving dragons extinct or beyond the reach of this land. I personally would want to ride one, get my Taruk Mato on, not slay him. Have you guys ever watched How to Train Your Dragon? Wouldn't that be nice?
the fact
For entertainment purposes, there was definitely dragons. Let's go. Man, I'm still tripping about those airships.
Florida has so much amazing buried old world history, especially in the town of St. Augustine. This very nice urban spread here for a population of just over 4,000 at the time. And of course, that population needed such a big hotel. Sadly, the San Marcos, built in 1885, burned down in 1897, lasting just 12 years. But let's focus on Fort San Marcos. Said to be constructed by the Spanish in the 1600s, it is the oldest masonry fort in the continental United States. And I believe this was once a part of many forts in the area. Take a look at the Google Earth spot of it here, and right above it, see what looks like the destroyed and partially sunken ruins of a much bigger star fort system. Just look at all that man-made shaped coast there, especially in the top left, looking a lot like those massive star cities that I've shown you in a lot of previous videos in Europe and other places. Also, fun fact about Old World Florida, it's also home to Fort Jefferson, the largest brick masonry structure in the whole of North and South America, right in the middle of nowhere in the Gulf. But back to Fort San Marcos, not only the oldest fort, but it was also the first golf course in Florida. That's right, this town of 4,000 definitely needed a golf course and found no better place than right on top of these ruins. They, of course, built a golf course right next to it later on, and the National Park Service owns the land now, and that is a great way they stop us from digging up our true history. Why do you think the national parks own 80 million acres? The same reason we have almost 16,000 golf courses in the U.S., many of them subsidized by local governments to keep you from digging where you're not supposed to. The parasite's history is nothing more than a set of lies agreed upon. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
I like this dude. What's his name? The Doctor Generated. Man, these people out here on the front lines, they ain't playing. For entertainment purposes. There's too many buildings, too many people saying that this stuff is buried. Why?
Why have we stopped making magnificent works of art like this? I mean, we are supposed to be the most advanced civilization. Why have we stopped making magnificent works of art like this? I mean, we are supposed to be the most advanced civilization. It sure doesn't look like that when you compare it
Is this real art? Did somebody really do this?
to modern art. I mean, after all, we did put men on the moon, right? Right? Well, according to the great astronaut Don Pettit.
Look at the detail. You can see the little holes in the whatever that is.
we stopped making magnificent works of art like this? I mean,
I think that stonework was amazing. I'd love to see it one day. Honestly, put that on a bucket list.
let's take an awesome inside tour of the Graf Zeppelin on its 5,000-mile trip to Rio.
All right, y'all, that's it for today's episode. If you made it this far, drop the 100s in the comments so I know you real. I wanted to go longer, man. There's so much more I want to talk about, man. I might be on this for a couple weeks, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's other stuff I really want to talk about that I got written down, but this is I'm falling in love with this old school ancient tech. I cannot get enough of it. I just want to say thank you to all you guys that's like the video, subscribe. And I appreciate it, guys. And if you're new around here, I got so much other stuff you could check out, and you better buckle up because man, we're just at the top of the iceberg. You know how you got a giant iceberg and most of it is below the water? Man, we're just at the top, the tippy top. We just haven't even explored on everything that's on top. I got so many ideas. I got a giant list of stuff to talk about. I just don't have enough time in the day, and my computer can't render these videos fast enough. Let's go, y'all. It's your boy Jet Ski Chuck. I'm out. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me play this video, but you guys can go watch it on YouTube. It is an interesting watch to see how comfortable they were back in the day.